Hi, this is Melissa Garza with another episode of Be Inspired. Hello. Thank you so much for coming back again. And today I wanted to talk about something that I thought was very, very interesting. And it's happened to me, and it's probably one of the most powerful ways to motivate people and influence people. And it's not a very positive way, though. It's called intermittent reinforcement. And intermittent reinforcement is basically, let me give you an example. So if a little rat is going to, to press for his food, he accepts, he presses the button and his food comes out. He always expects when he presses the button that the food is going to come out. Well, intermittent reinforcement is basically the rat pushes a button. He does the act that he's used to doing, he's consistent about, but it doesn't keep happening. The item of the food is no longer coming. And then the rat keeps pushing the button and nothing's coming out. But then eventually some food does come out. And what this does is it activates dopamine centers into the rat's brain that release chemicals that are similar to what people experience on using cocaine. So it can be one of the most highly addictive behavior patterns that can happen between people, maybe no matter what a circumstance may be in. But excuse me, by the way, because it is super, super hot in my apartment right now. It feels like a sauna in here, and I'm going to have to open some more windows, but they're all facing the sun, which is going to allow all the hot air in. But back to letting you know, this intermittent reinforcement can definitely happen in certain relationships, and I talk about this in my book. It happens in romantic relationships where you're with somebody and they're being consistent with you, or they're doing something with you and then they just stop that activity. They can ghost you or disappear for time on ends. They will not communicate. They refuse to communicate, and they just keep ignoring you. But yet there's something with you that keeps trying. And then after a while, if you keep trying, eventually they may give in and say hello and respond. And with that response, that activates a center in you that releases, those chemicals that make you become more and more addicted to this person. So I really suggest intermittent reinforcement is not a way of, I would say, truly loving somebody and truly trusting somebody, because trust is based on a few factors: predictability, consistency, and faith. So predictability, like knowing that they're going to be there. They say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. They're consistent with you. They've always been consistent with you, and they keep on that being consistent. And faith, just that they're, like you said, they know that they're going to be there. I maybe need to break it down a little bit more. I'm sorry, but this is a little bit more on the cuff, off the cuff. But I want you to be aware, as there's a lot of situations nowadays, especially in dating. I see this the most, dating, where people are still hanging on to people or hoping for relationships when they know that that person is not good for them, yet they keep on trying, or they keep on insisting, or making some type of effort that will hopefully change the situation or the dynamic between two people. And I will admit, I'm not like a romance relationship expert. I don't deem to be. I'm not planning to be one. But it's something to be very aware of. I have found myself in those situations in the past, and I really, really like nipping them in the bud right away when I notice them happening in the present moment as well. So there can be many, many different times, or many, many different avenues that happen, not avenues, but there could be many circumstances that happen between people, and you either give them the benefit of the doubt, or you let them keep continually treating you a certain way, but then you're basically receiving breadcrumbs, and these little breadcrumbs are all that you're getting from somebody in order for you to get that high that you need, where you feel some kind of connection with them. So it's very, very manipulative, and it's very, very toxic when you get in one of these situations. So if you feel like you need help getting out of one of these situations, I would really recommend talking to your counselor, talking to friends and family, letting you know letting them know what you're going through, who you're dealing with. Also, too, there's some great articles about intermittent reinforcement online, and you can definitely Google those and find out. But it's just, it's a lot of the times when, building new relationships, or when you're finding relationships with, certain romantic partners where there's an interest or there's been something that's happened. There can be two people that are hoping for one thing, or one person hoping for another to happen while the other person is not interested, yet doesn't really want to leave the relationship. They want to just keep it hanging on for some reason. I've noticed out here in LA dating, I've noticed a lot of people here have backups to the backups to the backups. Nobody seems to really kind of grab the bull by the horns and take things for what it's worth and go for it. I noticed a lot of withdrawal, a lot of holding back, a lot of, it's kind of like a waiting game. And, you really think like this: if somebody really likes you, do you think they're going to make you feel uncomfortable? Do you think they're going to make you feel insecure? Do they think they're going to make you feel, make you a certain way? If they like you and they appreciate you and they love you and they see you for who you are, they're going to step up their game and show you that, hey, I'm here, I'm a good friend. These are the reasons that I didn't call you back. I'm so sorry, I apologize. They're definitely showing you their integrity. So you want a friend to show you integrity. Integrity is great. Definitely you want somebody to show you consistency. You want somebody to be predictable with you. So with that said, I just wanted to make it aware, one of the most toxic ways to have a manipulative relationship is really through intermittent reinforcement. And when you're allowing people to give you breadcrumbs, well, you don't hear from them for a week, you don't hear from them for 2 weeks, and you're still hoping that something's going to happen you might really have a really unrealistic view of the situation at hand. So really take a stance and kind of look at everything, all the factors, look at how other people are treating you, make sure that you're treating yourself how you want to be treated and not allowing others to treat you in a way that makes you feel not secure, happy, and safe. So thank you so much for another episode, and I appreciate you coming back for Be Inspired. And this is Melissa Garza signing off. Goodbye, and stay cold out there because it is so hot here in Cali. Oh my goodness. Bye-bye.